The Daily Drama Podcast with Stephen Bradford, presented by dailydrama.com, the coolest website in the world. I don't know. Feels like it.
What's up, buddy?
Well, I don't know if I think you've checked out the new app yet. The new app is slick.
I have, yeah.
It's
It's so interesting. Like, I love the apps work way better for me just in life.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy when we have to get on the laptop to do stuff.
Sure.
Because the app makes it so much easier. Just like, okay, cool. You don't have to be messing around. So yeah, check out the app if you haven't.
And like all websites do, our website has some ads, and sometimes like on your like your web browser on the phone, it can get a little discombobulated. It just happens. The app is a little streamlined, so I'll highly recommend the app. You can watch our podcast on the app, which I wasn't sure about. I wasn't sure like if it would link to something else, but no, our video is on the app.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so you can do everything there. So Daily Drama app is great. All to say, if you have an iPhone, there's no the Android one is coming. All right, that's all out of the way. Just a quick update. We are talking holiday show dates later today with Our Lady. And we should have some announcements coming soon, so stay tuned for that.
Look, you know more than I do.
Well, make sure you're on our email list. Go to stonecoldandjackal.com, yes. Click our email list. I know we send you a lot of places sometimes, but we'll be announcing that soon on Facebook, on our website. I'm sure Daily Drama will post it for us too, but that is imminent. So yeah. All right. Well, we got a lot of catching up to do. We thought about having a guest today. We thought about doing a live today, but then we realized we've lived a lot of life in the last week, and it would be nice to catch up.
Yeah. It was good to be back to work. It was, it was like my first I worked every day last week, and it was like I just did I was literally in the morning and done. In the morning and done. In the morning, and it was amazing.
Oh, that is amazing.
It was like they were easing me back in. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, here, buddy, here's only 4 scenes. Here you go. Here's 4 more. But like today, I shot scenes from 6 weeks ago. That's what you did too?
Well, that's going to air like next week.
Yeah. They were like, hey, we got to get this to edit.
Right. Well,
I'm like, wait a minute.
I think the show. Yeah.
What is this going on? Like, it was crazy because we were sitting there trying to figure it out, and people were like, wait, what's happening here?
Right.
And it was funny to really not know where we were in the story, and because we just assume when we get back, we're just right on pace. Right. That we're current, but we weren't current at all today. So
did you have to go? Is there something that you shot today that will air before something you shot 4 weeks ago?
I think there's something that I shot today that'll air. Yes, possibly 100%. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes, in the last week of filming. Yeah, of taping. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we had just to give you all some context, we had 4 weeks off in July. Mm-hmm, so that means we lost. So
let me see.
We lost that amount. We weren't filming any episodes in that time. So however much we were ahead got cut down by 4 weeks. So I filmed.
Go ahead, buddy. Sorry.
I filmed yesterday.
Yeah.
And one of the episodes that I filmed yesterday airs next Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's a little over a week turnaround.
Dude, God bless whoever keeps track of this. And I think the producer of the day has to.
Sure.
Okay, so when you guys see the producers' names on the credits, there's kind of coordinating producers. It's hard to how would you say? I think there's a couple coordinating producers, and then there's actually let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 or 4, 3 that are in the booth.
Sure.
Right. So what that means is basically a producer gets assigned a show or a day, and this is what I'm starting to learn now. And I didn't even really think about it until this week, because I had to ask a question.
Right.
So usually a producer's assigned a day, so I'm not sure, and I'm going to ask if they have to keep track of all, like tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow we have. Let's see, we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 different segments
Of 5
of
different
shows.
episodes. Right.
Yeah, 5 different segments of episodes, and those have to plug in somewhere, and those are parts of someone else's show.
And one producer listed for the day?
And one producer is listed. Actually, you know what? I don't have that part of the
Okay.
sheet yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because there was 2 on set yesterday.
One producer.
Okay, there was 2 on set yesterday, but it looked like MK was doing the show and Jeff was around.
Yeah, Jeff Sierks, he's not in the booth.
Okay, right. He's
just coordinating producer, making sure everything's running smoothly. If there's any problems, he's the go-to guy.
Right.
He figures out locations. He does all that kind of. I don't want to say he's more of a almost a production manager.
Sure. Yeah.
In some sense, like on a movie. So yeah, but he's never in the booth. But yes.
Right. He Mercer did the same thing when Mercer
did.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's really about scheduling, and if they do these location shoots and anything.
Right, and that's what we were outside of the building yesterday, not off property, but outside of the building.
Yeah, I shot outside the building the day before, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So we can't really say what that was for, but
right, exactly.
If we remember this conversation, you can ask me.
We can call it back maybe next week, because this will have aired. We don't have to wait 6 weeks for this stuff to air. It'll air next week.
Crazy, man. It was crazy, but yeah, it's going good, man. I mean, I saw Jonathan's first day was yesterday.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him, and I saw him being told which room is his.
Oh, like his real room?
I don't know about his real room, but the room they were having him in yesterday.
Okay, yeah. I think he was across from me yesterday.
Oh, maybe so.
And then I think they gave him a room maybe toward the end of the day or something. But
okay. And I saw the set that he was working in.
Yeah.
And
cool.
yeah. It's exciting.
So remember you were talking about, I think it's the actor who took Michael Easton's room.
I think he's in that storyline, right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. So we'll see.
Right.
It'll be cool.
Right. I don't think I'm just going to check myself here. I don't think we said anything untoward, right? Or improper. I don't think we did.
No.
All right. So there you go, friends.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No,
cool.
I think there's, there's all kinds of fun story coming. So that's what we're here for at Daily Drama.
That's right. So. This, me and the kids did an LA trip this past weekend.
Right.
So what was interesting is Finola, my youngest, about 3 months ago was like, Dad, do you shoot in one of those warehouses? And I was like,
that's funny.
And I was like, oh my gosh, you've never seen where I work. And Juna, my oldest, hadn't been down there since she was probably 2 or 3. So she can't picture it either. Might have some, little pictures in her mind. And so I was like, you know what, let's do an LA trip this summer. Let's go to work, even if I'm not working. Let's just go to, I'm sure they'll let us come to set and look around, even if I'm not working, right? And so that was kind of the impulse to take an LA trip. So we picked a week. This past week, they didn't have any camps. And we flew out Thursday because Kira has class Wednesday night. We flew out Thursday morning. We got there Thursday. And anyway, so that was that was the plan. Thursday to Sunday night. That was the plan. Well, I discussed it here. The week of July 4th, Lisa LaCicero texted me and said, hey, I'm doing an event Friday morning, a fan club weekend with Josh Kelly. He has to work. Will you step in? And I was like, well, we're going to be down there. So I said, sure. And then I figured if I was going to be down there anyway, I'd go to the main event on Saturday. So I reached out to the organizers and said, do you have a host yet? Because I'd love to do that. And they said no. So, and they said no, we don't. So please do. And then I got booked to work on Monday. So it turned into like a complete work trip, but in the most lovely of ways. So I had
but the girls got to see all of that.
yes, and the girls got to
So
be
cool.
a
So
little
cool.
more integral. And I'll talk
Sweet.
probably more about that next week. I may do have.
Gotcha.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you something after we finish recording here.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, doing an event with Lisa was so much fun because, I mean, she's such a great storyteller and she's just a fun hang. So that was fun. And then Saturday, it was cool to see everybody. Like one of the, like, it's a multi-pronged thing. It's fun to see all the fans. It's fun to, to give them thanks for spending as much time as they do with us. And not just that, but showing up to an event like that shows how much they support us. But it's always fun to be in the green room before we go out, right?
Yes,
because
of course.
everybody's in there. But one of the things that I had to do is I had to get a list of people to announce and make sure I really knew everybody's name.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And the character they play, because sometimes when you're announcing people, if you announce their name, they don't know who you're talking about.
Correct.
But if you announce their character's name and then
Did you
their
go
name,
character name first?
I did.
Very smart. Yeah, very smart.
But all right, so I was kind of running around a little bit. They also asked me to do a live auction before the event, so I didn't know that I was going to do that. So I went out and did my best. Hey, so I did that, and Kira and the kids came with me, and so there was a great turnout in terms of not just fans, but great turnout of actors. I know some people that had events later did, but anyway. But it made me realize, especially like some of the kids' names I didn't know. And so the way that it turned out is that I went into the room, just did kind of a welcome little thing, and then I brought in the cast. And so I went into the middle of the room so I could see them coming down the hallway to see who was next, because I didn't have an order. They didn't have a planned out order. So basically what happened is each actor came to the front of the line, was staring at me, waiting for me to introduce them.
Right.
Which also means I can't mess up their name or I look like a jerk.
Who cares?
Do you know what I'm saying?
I know.
Yeah. So, but I think I did everything right except Allie Mills, who plays Heather. I was going fast and I was like, how great is it to have this character back, Heather? And I said, Donna Mills. So, and I went up to Allie afterwards and I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know why. And she's like,
you know what's funny? I think you might have said that before talking to me at some point. You know how you just get a name stuck in your head of
there is another great actress named Donna Mills.
Is great. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Allie Mills is great, equally great. So and the thing is, I don't know Allie. I don't think I'd met her before that day.
Yeah, she's very sweet.
She seems wonderful and she's doing a great job. And so that was the only bungle, but I went up to her and apologized and she's like, I didn't even hear what you were talking about. Cause they were clapping so loud for everybody. It was,
that's great. Awesome.
But, yeah.
Was Tristan there?
No, he was not.
Okay. Was John York there?
He was not. I think there was some miscommunication in terms of not everybody either, sometimes actors, you got to hunt them down a little bit. They get one invitation.
Yeah.
So, cause Kirsten, she had an event Sunday morning, like a last minute ad. And, she's like, I would have come to the main event, but no one invited me. And I was like, oh shoot. And I was like, Rick Hurst came though, because I thought he followed up with me and I got him there.
That's awesome.
But it was so anyway. I'm
sure that was nice for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean,
yeah, and Becky was there, and Maurice came. It was great. It was
great. Awesome.
It was great. It was like old times.
And it was at the embassy.
It was Embassy Suites in Glendale.
Cool.
So that was just
good, man. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Did you crack any jokes? You write some jokes? What'd you do?
I think my one joke was, let me see if I can remember it here.
Oh, you
I
had
was
a
like,
joke. I like this.
it wasn't a hard hitting joke, but it was like a little misdirect. It was like, thanks to everybody for being here. I'm glad to be here too. Our show is about community and traditions and family, and it's in that spirit that we gather here together today. I was like, sounds a little bit like church, but it's really just love in the afternoon. And then
There you go.
I barrel through. It was just meant
Nice.
to be a,
Little intro. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That was good, dude.
So because they're not there to hear me um, put on,
I don't know.
um,
I don't know.
yeah.
Couple songs open with the song. That would have been dope. But the sound system, probably not
Yeah.
that great.
Well, and I'd already come out and done a whole live auction too, so it's not like it was like
True. That's
they had,
true.
they
That's
had
true.
had a lot of me already. And I've always said, a little bit of Spinelli, a little bit of me goes a long way.
It sure does. Oh, that's funny, dude.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so I mean the storyline, the did you see the stunt of Molly getting or Christina getting thrown out the window?
I did.
That was pretty cool.
They did a good job. Yes.
Was there a doll at some point?
Well, there's some comedy that will be written about this.
Oh, for real?
Yes, sir.
Were you there?
I was not there.
But you saw like the behind the scenes thing? Is that what you're basing this on?
No, I'm basing this on the air show.
Oh, I didn't watch the air show. I just watched the content.
I watched some of it. I thought they did a great job. The stunt looked great. You
Yeah.
know, it's cool how they were taking pictures through the window and it didn't look like she tripped that much.
So, are you inferring that it looked more like she was pushed?
Well, I'm saying probably from a momentum standpoint, not sure she would have crashed out the window like that.
Oh, I see. I see. Like, so
Just that was like that was like
she was like
that was like a Die Hard stunt.
she was like slingshot
She was
it through
out,
the
bro.
window.
She was like, ah.
Right. That's true.
But it was cool. I mean, it's amazing what we can do on a set like that.
Totally.
So yeah, I thought it was cool. But look, dude, there's always fun. There's always fun to be had in the stories in the show and stuff. So
Well, yeah, and we also have to,
I mean,
we also
it's like
have a
me
good
coming
sense of
through-
humor about what we
yeah.
do.
Well, I mean, dude, it's like me, the skylight when I came through the skylight.
Oh,
We-
yeah.
we had a half an
That-
hour of comedy about that.
Oh gosh. Yes.
So like I
Um,
just dropped in and people were like, wait, they don't see him?
right.
Remember they didn't see me? Some people didn't see me when I came through the skylight.
Well, and also you had a wonderful stunt double, but they also needed a belt.
Yeah, his pants fell down on one of the takes.
Right.
So-
And didn't that make the air?
No, it didn't make the air.
They didn't
No, I
they,
think I
they
believe
didn't-
we did that take.
they didn't pixelate his butt crack.
They didn't pixelate. No, because I'm like, that's not Jason's butt. That's not Jason's butt. So, but yeah, it's just we always have fun. But yeah, it looked great though. The stunt looked great,
Do you have any stunts coming up, do you think?
and
Or-
it's a good story. I mean, the emotion of the story is going to be awesome.
Dude, I watched this clip and Maurice posted about it today. It was when Molly lays into him, and I don't know the context, so I think a lot of people were questioning whether or not that was that was warranted or whatever.
Sure.
But after she's lost her baby, like the baby that Christina was carrying, I understand the emotional high, and the way she laid into him. I thought Kristen Vaganos did a really lovely job, and I thought Maurice did a really lovely job taking that in and just kind of like his little sad walk off was like, ooh,
Yeah.
and all to say, like, it's man, like these dramatic opportunities for high energy, high
emotion.
motion scenes. Everyone's doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean that's the type of thing that affects everybody on the canvas to some degree.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even me.
I saw, yeah. What was,
But
because I saw,
but I'm not saying it's, you know what I mean. It's not my story by any means, but it's part of the family. So
well,
it's like it's.
you had scenes with Dante today, I think.
Oh, I did. Okay, in the hospital.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
think so. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember. I remember those. Yeah,
Yeah.
we started. We almost started laughing in those.
No, you and Dominic? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, come on, dude, we got to do this, man.
Uh,
So, but that was
yeah.
fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Um,
But good, man. I'm glad. Like it's. I don't know. Story's good.
yeah.
That's always. I was waiting to see that.
Yeah.
I was waiting to see the fall because
Sure.
you come on set and I'm like, wait, because I always go up a little early anyway.
Right.
Just kind of say what's up with the crew. Hey, good morning,
Yeah.
whatever. And they had this big, this big platform, high platform of where the fall was going to happen from
For sure.
in the studio.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
Well, because there's not in that set, there is not a window over the pool that we see,
No.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I never knew if that was, I always assumed that was a rooftop pool.
How many stories is that?
The Metrocourt?
Yeah. Did they say how
I
far
don't,
she fell from? Do we know?
I don't
Somebody
know.
knows.
I always thought, because the way the backdrop looks, it looks like it's a rooftop versus a
Oh,
like
it could be a mid rooftop though.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
like the second floor overhang where it's over and the pool's
Totally.
there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, undetermined. Unless
Well,
they have done like some, computer generated image of the Metrocourt, which I'm not sure they have.
oh, they may have, but
I don't
we
know.
know that pool is 2.5 feet deep.
Right. And that's the question I don't know. Do you know this for sure? Did
What?
the stunt person actually go from up there into the pool, or was there a
No, where's the platform? It was like, so here's the it's a shoebox pool, right?
yeah.
So not toward the bar area, but here there was a platform where she just kind of belly flopped into the pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there a dummy at some point? I thought I saw them use.
I thought I saw them throw one in.
Yeah, a bat in the Instagram video they had, it looked like there was like
I think they were doing that probably for camera because camera only gets one shot.
Yeah.
Right? Because
And if you're doing super close up, just pass through the camera. Doesn't matter what, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you could do that.
Yeah, I know, but they still want to have an idea, right? Like if
Oh,
you're shooting
yeah.
it from how many, I'm sure they had 5 or 6 cameras rolling on that.
For
maybe
sure.
maybe 7. I don't know.
For
2
sure.
on the sticks, 4 and a jib or overhead camera.
Yeah.
And so I think that's probably what they did because obviously whoever the stunt girl was would only gets one shot to get wet unless she's got to go change and they got to do it again.
Right. Or they have a
So-
separate wig.
Or they had 2, or they could add 2 stunt girls.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I don't think they did, but they
Yeah.
probably was like, all right, let's go for it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll get all the angles and cut it together. And I'm sure everybody knows that when they shoot any kind of stunt, usually they're shooting it from every angle,
Oh yeah.
just in case they get something cool by accident.
Right. Right. You never know.
And then just to cover it, just to make sure we're covered. So you only have to do it once.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that would have been easy to do twice. It would have just taken a little bit of time,
For sure.
So,
But applause all around because that
yeah,
turned out
awesome job,
really
everybody.
cool. All right, thanks everybody. It was great to catch up with you. We'll be back with another new episode next week.
You guys are awesome.